Hello, everyone. I'm here with Jesusatanas, also known as Chris. How are you doing today?
Doing well, thank you. How are you?
Doing well. So, how did you get kind of started with music?
I've been playing music since I was a kid. My mom, she bought me a guitar when I was like 6 years old, and I never even wanted a guitar because, you're 6 years old. I wanted like toys or something. But my mom, she used to play guitar, so she would always kind of like wanted me to learn how to play guitar. I've never really picked it up until I want to say like 12 or 13, when my mom actually bought me an electric guitar, which back then I still didn't even want because I wasn't that into guitar or, playing music. Listening to music, yes, but not so much playing music until I discovered the distortion pedal on the amp. And that changed everything from there on.
That just changed the game. I mean, I kind of see like all your equipment, all the like kind of toys that you play with on stage.
Yeah.
Like, how would you kind of describe your sound currently?
So the whole concept to my music and my equipment and the sound that I'm going for is pretty much DIY, like do it yourself, anywhere and by any means necessary. So all of my equipment is meant to like, record or perform, pretty much packing it all up into a bag. That's where I base my equipment. It's just on the go, movable type of stuff.
I mean, you are kind of like that one man band, so it kind of makes sense that you want to be able to pretty much bring your band along with you. What are kind of your inspirations in the music world?
Musically, I grew up with a lot of punk rock. I'm originally from Brooklyn, New York. I grew up in the punk scene over there in New York City. Attended a lot of punk shows over there. Was influenced a lot by the Misfits, of course. That's where a lot of the horror imagery comes from. Some Danzig, original singer of the Misfits. The Spanish side of punk rock, I would have to give it up to Escorbuto. That's my favorite Spanish punk rock band ever. So I kind of keep that mentality there, that kind of like punk rock attitude, do it yourself, nothing stops you type of thing. And that's where the whole one man band comes from because I've been in bands before. I've been guitarist, bassist in a bunch of bands, but sometimes it doesn't work out. It's like one big relationship with a bunch of people. Sometimes you love them, sometimes you don't. And a lot of the times, you don't. And then sometimes that has unmotivated me because I remember there was a period of time when I wasn't even doing music. I did not want to know anything about music. I sold all my gear. I didn't want to know anything about it. But of course, with technology, you're able to record yourself.
Yeah, I really like how technology's kind of made music a little bit more accessible to the everyday person.
Before the music, I was a photographer. I still am. I've done a lot of concerts, a lot of taking photos live, going on tour with bands, artists. So yeah, Haunt Me is one of them where I've taken photos for them. I've also done shows for them. The Casualties, those are also some of my homies, long life homies that I've known forever. Locally, I want to say Balduvian Bears, those guys are awesome. We've been doing shows for quite some time. I don't know if you ever heard of Comrades. Comrades, that's a great artist from New York, Rochester, New York. That's someone that I did my first show with, and I've done a few other shows with after that. Ghost, rest in peace, Ghost. He recently, just passed away. I did a second show with him, and he kind of inspired me as well with that dark imagery and as well that electronical sound.
Do you have any projects in the works right now?
As a matter of fact, I do. I currently working on an album. It's going to be my debut album. I was considering breaking it down into EPs, but I think I might just release it as a whole. I got quite a few songs that I've been working with my producer. His name is Ross. That's RAS, Ross, out over there in Brooklyn, New York. And, we've been throwing ideas long distance back and forth. I'll write something, I'll send it to him, he'll add on, and that's what we've been doing. He's actually going to come out July 28th to the show that I'm doing. He's going to be playing live guitar.
And you mentioned a show. What show are you going to be in?
So it's going to be July 28th at Urban Lounge. I'm going to be opening up for Haunt Me as well as Lily Grave. They're a local band from Utah. So all three of us are going to do a good show at Urban Lounge July 28th. That's a Tuesday. And we're just going to bring, that goth sound to Utah.
Do you have merch in the works?
Yes, as a matter of fact, I have some new shirts. I got the Jesus Satan shirts, the Jesusatanas, that I had at my last show with Grizz. But I'm also working on some new designs, some colorful designs. I think I might release my anti-ice merch, Jesusatanas anti-ice merchandise, because we don't support that over here.
No, fuck ice. It's all fuck ice all the way. What do you hope for the scene in Utah? Like, what do you envision for the future?
I picture a big scene. Every day Utah is growing. There's more bands coming out, more connections. Even I myself, I connect with bands as they come out over here. You know, some of the bands are my friends as well. Sometimes I even help out bands, like they'll be on tour and they'll stay at my place. So I feel like, bringing that love or even just showing that support helps these bands want to come out over here more and more. As I've seen throughout the years, it's been growing. The scene's been growing. So I picture more shows, more dance, more club scenes. There's more events happening. Stuff like that. We have DJs that throw awesome parties downtown Salt Lake, and they do their thing. So we're trying to get that connected. Bring more bands, have people see what's out there. And my job as a musician, I try to support in that way, either as opener or even if I'm not opening, just to even take photos or show hospitality, so that way more people show up.
Very appreciative of you trying to put us on the map, scene wise. It's just not like a lot here, especially back then, but it's becoming more and more so now.
It'll
So
get there.
appreciate it.
It'll get there for sure.
That was Jesus Satanas. Thank you so much for having this conversation with me.
Yeah, most definitely. Thanks for having me. I really appreciate that, and supporting the scene like that. Thank you.